Yuri Hanjo appears on the roof of a building. Frantic, she calls her brother Rika, who explains the world they are in. Masked figures run amok, despairing people to commit the unthinkable by jumping off roofs, which Yuri witnesses. A mask then goes after her. As she escapes to an adjacent roof, an officer shoots the mask. Another officer, Mizushita, assesses the scene, but then pushes the first officer off the roof. Mizushita then attempts to do bad things to Yuri, but another masked man with a sniper shoots Mizushita. Yuri then burns Mizushita's body and takes his gun. Afterwards, Yuri is spotted by Maid Mask. When Yuri shoots the mask, she learns of another secret of the world. The masks are humans who are ordered by a god command to do tasks. The command then orders Maid Mask to finish her life. Shaken, Yuri vows to defeat the god command by any means necessary. As she makes her way to another building, she spots a helicopter, which can transport one person out of the world at certain time intervals. Making her way to the helicopter, Yuri finds a girl threatening a man, but the girl is not wearing a mask. The girl, named Mayuko, destroys the man, then threatens to clap Yuri. However, they call a truce. As they are talking, Yuri protects Mayuko from Sniper Mask. Reminiscing about her past, Mayuko decides to team up with Yuri to make their way to the helicopter. As a distraction, a grenade is lobbed down the stairs as Sniper Mask follows them. Mayuko and Yuri get to know each other and makes their way to the helipad. When the helicopter departs, Yuri shoots at it. Believing it's their way out, Yuri decides to create alliances and hijack the helicopter. Elsewhere, Sniper Mask thinks about partially regaining his memories back. Yuri then reminisces when she saw an extremely tall skyscraper that was only visible to her before being teleported to the new world. Believing that Mayuko abandoned her, she makes her way to another building when she gets spotted by a trio of masks. As two of the three disappear by a member of their own trio, Mayuko provides cover before being attacked by the third. Yuri and Mayuko shoot the mask, who then commits self-disappearance. Yuri and Mayuko decide to become allies. When Yuri contacts Rika to let him know what has happened, he orders her to finish off Mayuko. Yuri wholeheartedly disagrees as her ally is more important than her safety. Rika then says it was just a test to gauge her tenacity, just a prank bro. Afterwards, Rika discusses his belief that a mask can never become a human again and destroying every mask is necessary to survive. A flashback then occurs, showing that Rika and Sniper Mask had a brief altercation. Back in the present, Rika's allies, Takeda and Akihara, meet up when Baseball Mask lobs a cannonball at them, finishing Takeda. Believing Baseball Mask is playing on an actual field, Rika fights him. Baseball Mask says that Rika is nowhere close to a god in this realm. Before any more information can be extracted, Akihara shoots and finishes Baseball Mask. Now believing the realm is villainous, Rika vows to destroy the new world. Meanwhile, Sniper Mask tries to despair a girl to commit the unthinkable when the god command reveals to him that the girl is actually an individual that is fostered to become god, and the realm is a facility to create god. The command then reiterates that the girl, Kyuan Shinzaki, is a god candidate and is being fostered to become god. The angels, or masks, have the task to supplement a candidate. Sniper Mask accompanies Kyuan despite not knowing the command's order. Meanwhile, Yuri and Mayuko are given a bag from an emotionless mask, which contains weapons and food. As Yuri sleeps, Mayuko and Rika awkwardly talk about Yuri's well-being and their alliance. On an adjacent roof, Chef Mask schemes to kidnap Mayuko. Yuri and Mayuko then travel to another building while Mayuko thinks about how Yuri accepts her, despite having a troubled past. Chef Mask then kidnaps Mayuko, but Yuri catches wind of it. Chef Mask reveals that his mask has a defect, meaning that he gets orders but kept his deranged will. Yuri shows up to injure him, then Mayuko brutally defeats him. They follow signs to a room where they are accosted by a group of humans. Suddenly, Rider Mask shows up and claps the group. When he targets Yuri, Mayuko puts on the defected mask to become an angel. During the fight, Rider Mask shatters Mayuko's mask, revealing that her will is preserved. Mayuko and Yuri then take him down. As they leave, they are approached by Sashio Tane, a man who wants to kill god candidates. He recalls that his allies were killed by an angel of another candidate named Kazuma Aihara. Meanwhile, Sniper Mask and Kyuan overheard the conversation. When they confront Aihara, he proclaims that nothing can stop him from being the perfect god, and orders his angel Ein to kill him. As Ein tires, Aihara orders his other angels Wei to attack, but gets quickly killed by Yuri. She recalls that a candidate can control more than one angel from a previous call with Rika. Desperate, Kyuan tries to intervene by activating her weapon. This causes a railgun to blow up a nearby building, which leads Aihara to believe Yuri did it. She then uses her acting skills to make him surrender. Kyuan vows to be the perfect god to end the world. Elsewhere, Rakuya Yashida, another candidate, hopes to ally with Rika. Rika wonders how one becomes a candidate, where it is then revealed a person becomes one if they wear a mouthless mask. Mayuko starts feeling the effects of wearing the mask. A distressed Yuri offers Mayuko to sit out, but she refuses. As they make their way to Yashida, they reach a library where they find Bat Mask. Mayuko rashly attacks him, but gets knocked out. Sniper Mask then shows up and kills him. Thinking that he is an enemy, they run away. However, Sniper Mask hoped they could all team up. Afterwards, he recalls an encounter with Rika. He also recalls how he became an angel. It was forcibly put on him by Yoi Kyusuke, an angel in a police uniform. Elsewhere, Mayuko believes that her masked alter ego is taking over. She then collapses after Yuri stops her from self-destruction. Afterwards, Dealer Mask approaches Yuri and explains Mayuko's state as hibernation, in which she has less than 2 hours to live, but can be saved by a candidate. She also tells Yuri that there is a mouthless mask nearby, which will allow her to be a candidate. Vowing to save Mayuko, Yuri departs. Unbeknownst to her, Mayuko is saved by Q1 minutes later. As Yuri goes to the mask, she is attacked by a skier angel. Remembering Dealer Mask's instructions, Yuri finds the mouthless mask. As she puts it on, the God Command orders her to destroy her opponent, which Yuri does. Meanwhile, as Rika finds more allies, it is revealed Kyusuke is monitoring them. When Yuri puts the mask back on, the command tells her that her memories and consciousness will not be affected and that she can control angels based on wavelength compatibility. Mayuko then calls Yuri and lets her know that a candidate saved her. Mayuko then demands to know everything from Q1, while Yuri plans to keep moving forward to meet Yashida. Elsewhere, Rika and his crew finally meet Yashida and believes they can trust him. They are then suddenly ambushed by Kyusuke and her team. Rika tries to fight off a halberdier angel when Yashida's angels comes for support. Kyusuke orders her team to keep attacking when Rika collapses. While Yashida's angels and Rika's team fight them off, Swimmer Mask kidnaps Rika. Kyusuke recalls that she's supposed to kidnap any competent human and take them to a mysterious person. Later, Yuri receives a call informing her of Rika's kidnapping, and enraged, Yuri vows to save Rika. Meanwhile, Mayuko encounters a pair of angels. However, Sniper Mask saves her. Knowing that they're in a tough situation, Yuri comes to the rescue. One of the angels launches grenades at them, but Yuri destroys it. The angels are then ended by Yuri and Sniper Mask. Afterwards, Q1 introduces herself to Yuri and confirms that they are God candidates. Elsewhere, Rika is finally taken to see the mysterious person, whose name is Mamoru Ikawa. Ikawa talks about his plan for the new world and he wants Rika to be his ally. They then head to a rooftop where Ikawa further explains that in order to be the perfect god, a candidate must go to the Railven Tower. As such, he believes that his loyal team can supplement him to be god. As Q1 wonders the connection between Sniper Mask and Rika, a helicopter flies over the city. It stops at the helipad Ikawa is at but then flies away. Ikawa confirms that the angry masked angels or guardian angels are trying to prevent candidates from becoming god. Ikawa orders a squad to guard a helipad and finish any trespassers. He then orders Kyusuke and his superior angels to eliminate Yuri and any other candidates. Meanwhile, White Feather, one of Ikawa's angels, duels with Sniper Mask, with White Feather gaining the upper hand. With Sniper Mask in trouble, Q1 decides to fire her railgun, but only then Ein shows up at White Feather's roof and manages to escape with Sniper Mask being alright. Kazuma Aihara deduces that Yuri is nearby and hopes to meet her. Later, a kid named Yuzuki, Sashio Tanabe, and Aihara goes to meet with Yuri. As White Feather reports to Ikawa, thinking that the railgun user is possibly on the east end where Yuri is and proclaims to be the perfect god. As Yuri and her people reach the rendezvous point, Mayuko wonders if Q1 is the railgun user, which is proven true. Elsewhere, Ikawa gets information to where the railgun user is. Afterwards, Sniper Mask shows up and talks about how strong Yuri has become. As he and Q1 leave, Aihara and his allies meet with Yuri. Q1 then tells Sniper Mask that their enemy, Ikawa, has a hostage named Rika. Kyusuke then starts interrogating Rika. Kyusuke learns that Rika knows Sniper Mask personally and tries to turn him into an angel, but Rika injures himself. He proclaims that Sniper Mask is strong enough to be Ikawa before he passes out. Meanwhile, Sniper Mask and Q1 talk about Rika when the hibernation program is activated. He tells Q1 to save him once the time comes. Aihara lets Yuri know that Ikawa is trying to kill the other candidates. Q1 then informs Yuri and Mayuko about Sniper Mask's state and wants Yuri to talk to him. Yuri talks about Rika to him and wonders of their connection. Meanwhile, Yashida receives a report from his angel of Rika's whereabouts and to meet with Yuri. After Sniper Mask and Yuri have a conversation, he enters hibernation. From another building, Student Mask, one of Ikawa's angels, watches Yuri. Q1, Mayuko, and Mayuko's angel alter ego dive into Sniper Mask's brain and subsequently his dream. There, they meet a young sniper mask talking to a young Rika, who calls him Yuka Makoto. Once Kyuan ends his hibernation, the girls leave his dream. Later, Yuri finds a band of masks and kills them while Student Mask watches. Student Mask then attacks Yuri in the name of Ikawa. Just then, Mayuko arrives and saves her. After Student Mask talks about Ikawa's beliefs, Yuri decides that she will kill him as a step to end the world. Meanwhile, Ikawa announces that his team of Kyusuke, Swimmer Mask, and the Archangel are going to assassinate Yuri's group. Kyusuke then recalls the time when she and Ikawa met Archangel. Archangel sees everything as evil and thinks ending people is justice. It is that belief that made Ikawa compatible to control him. Afterwards, one of Yashida's angels report on Kyusuke, Archangel, and Rika's whereabouts. Elsewhere, Yuri receives Yashida's report and the news that Kyusuke's squad is closing in. Aihara tries to extract info from Student Mask and also announces that he has the power to stop an angel from moving for a second. Yuri and her people then get ready for the final battle. Before Sniper Mask can shoot Kyusuke, Yuzuki reveals she's his mother. At the same time, Swimmer Mask and Archangel fight Yuri, Ein, and Mayuko, but Ikawa activates Archangel's full power. Archangel runs after Ikawa with Mayuko and Ein following, while Yuri fights off Swimmer Mask. Makoto then tries to shoot Archangel, but he stops the bullet with his fingers. Ein also sneaks up on Archangel but cannot take him down. Just then, Aihara uses his power, which allows Ein and Mayuko to injure Archangel. Archangel then uses Makoto's spare bullet and shoots it, hitting Aihara in the neck. As Ein tends to Aihara, Mayuko calls upon her angel alter ego to complete defragmentation. To buy time, Tane shows up and confuses Archangel. With Mayuko's defragmentation complete, her combat skill elevates and matches Archangel. Yuri ends up killing Swimmer Mask, while Kyuan calms down to use their final attack. Mayuko then signals Kyuan to use the railgun. Kyusuke attempts to report to Ikawa, but escapes. Somehow, Archangel comes out of the rubble. Before Yuri can kill Archangel, the God Command announces that their wavelengths match, therefore she can control him. Unsure what to do, Tanabe convinces Yuri to control him. Despite Yuri's team winning the battle, Aihara dies. Elsewhere, Ikawa learns of Yuri's existence and informs Rika of using him as leverage to make Yuri surrender. When Rika rejects Ikawa's proposal, Ikawa activates the Angel Command onto him, leaving his fate unknown.